It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
It's on the... It always works at home. Yeah, well...
Yeah! I love that intro. I love getting to do that intro every year. I love the music. I love the videos. Videos change up sometimes. Sometimes they don't, but We did something new this year. So, but I love the music and I love getting to play that intro in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope y'all are doing great. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. Get down with your bad self. And boy, do we have some crazy shit for y'all this morning. Holy crap. When I heard about this, I was like, no, there ain't no way. There ain't no way. Legal trouble? Better call Saul, because there's no way this shit is real. There is absolutely, positively no way that someone popped off their own legs below the kneecap to do what this person did. And that's exactly what they did. So holy crap, we're going to bring you the receipts this morning, because that's what we do on YouTube Talk. We don't F around. We don't sit there and just pull rabbits out of our hats. No, we give you guys the facts. We give you guys the proof. And boy, yeah, Project Storytime's like, yeah, I heard about this. I bet you did. I bet you did. Loki, I saw the thumbnail about 11:20 last night and had to investigate it. This is wild. Yeah. Yeah, so I actually had two thumbnails. I had two thumbnails set up because I thought the one with the picture of him, the close-up picture where he's like, hi, everybody, and he's smiling, he's got his little surgeon hat on, and I was like, man, that looks good. But also the fact that there's a picture of him where he's got his prosthetics on, that you're like, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. How do you do this? How do you do this? Well, we're going to explain. What's the guy's name? Neil Hopper. His name is Neil Hopper. He's in the UK, and his name is Neil Hopper. The same thing happened to Jim Hopper in Predator. So, yeah. Oh, what's up, Penny? She says, Loki, feeding the grandbaby. So, we have got a niece on the way that I call Peanut, that I can't wait to see, that I can't wait to get introduced to. I can't wait to see Peanut. I can't wait to be like, oh my God, you're the most precious little thing, the most precious little Peanut. I can't wait. So I feel you, Penny. That's got to be so great. Mark says, I'm coming in blind. No idea what's going on after cutting myself off most of social media. Dude, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. So we've done a lot of YouTube talks, folks. We've talked about people in the community. We have talked about people that aren't in the community that do crazy shit. We have talked about celebrities. We have talked about social media darlings. We've talked about all kinds of stuff. I have never, ever, ever in my life thought that this could be this bad, that anyone would, but there are issues, and we're going to get into those. Good morning, everybody. It's so great to see you. Project Cambrian, good morning. Grim, the man known as Grim. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Good morning. Putin's cat, surgeon jailed after amputation of own legs. Oh, it's, oh yeah. Oh yeah. He might have had his reasons. Oh yes, he did, because he has no problem with what he did. He just has a problem with the fact that he got caught. Oh yeah. Get a leg up. Sorry, Neil. You trade an arm and a leg for fame. And yeah, so let's get into this. Holy crap. Let's share this. Share screen. Blah, 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 blah. Neil Hopper. So this is Neil Hopper, surgeon jailed at amputation of own legs. Right? Okay. So who is this? And I'm going to read y'all a little bit before we get to your... In April of 2019, Neil Hopper deliberately injured his own legs to necessitate amputation. How the hell do you even do that, Loki? Well, on April 14, 2019, he purchased 20 kilograms of dry ice pellets online. 3 days later, on April 17, 2019, he submerged his feet in a mixture of ice and dry ice for approximately 8 hours. I'm sorry. I just couldn't. I grew up watching my dad deal with his feet. And my dad had, I mean, bad, from being in the Navy, from the way everything was done. It was almost like a snake shedding his skin. He was always fighting it. Eventually, when I was probably in my early 20s, my aunt hooked him up with this stuff that actually fixed the problem for the first time. So my entire life, he had these feet issues. Now, what did that make me do? That made me take very good care of my feet. I was always, checking, make sure nothing was wrong with my feet, because I did not want that to be me. I did not. So I've always been meticulous about taking care of my feet. And it's actually come in really helpful now, because being a diabetic, there's I can't even feel the bottom of my feet anymore. I can walk around the house, I can do whatever, but basically the feeling in the bottom of my feet are gone. I have to be very, very careful, because I could cut my foot, I could hurt my foot, and I wouldn't feel it. I wouldn't know what's going on. Gangrene could set in, and I never even know it. So I'm very, very careful about my feet. Anything to do with feet, I'm like, no, absolutely freaking not. The Thing at the end of that first Saw movie, I was like, nope, nope, not doing it. We're not doing that. No. So, ice, dry ice. Plus, I hate the cold. I get shivering just being in this room, and the heater's on. So no, I'm not doing that. The dry ice caused severe frostbite and tissue damage that rendered his own legs unviable. Paramedics found him with serious injuries. This was after his wife, and yes, he's married with children, called the emergency line because he was in and out. She couldn't understand him on the phone. He had stayed at his house while they went to visit family because he said he wasn't feeling well. She calls him. He doesn't make any sense. She sends the paramedics out, and they find him and they bring him to the hospital, and the doctor's like, you've got sepsis in your legs below the knee. We have got to operate. We have to. What's up, Claude? How you doing, brother? He says, I amputated my ex. Ugh. No amputations. No. What's up, Dave Bob? Doing something like that is a sign of mental illness. Oh, yeah, because he doesn't regret it either. He does not regret it. And we'll get to that. Hopper did not disclose the true cause to medical staff. Why? Because he's a surgeon, ladies and gentlemen, who has done amputations. Lots and lots of amputations. Get an idea of where we're going here? He later admitted he had no regrets about the amputations themselves, but regretted the dishonesty involved. And he presented it as a mysterious illness, leading to sepsis from an unspecified injury. He later admitted he had no regrets about it. Okay, so why did this crazy guy do this? Well, he's a 49-year-old former NHS vascular surgeon from Cornwall. He gained notoriety in 2025 after being exposed for intentionally causing the amputation of both his legs below the knee as part of a long-standing personal obsession tied to the kinkier side of the internet, if you know what I'm saying. This act was followed by fraudulent insurance scheme when he claimed over £466,000 by misrepresenting the cause of his injuries. Hopper also documented his life post-amputation on YouTube. Yes, the first thing he did was get on social media and be like, boom, look at me, look at what I'm doing, pay attention to me, give me notoriety, give me fame, and give me money. His case came to light during an investigation into an extreme body modification network, online stuff that, no one should be looking at, leading to his conviction for fraud and possession of extreme naughty pictures. So Hopper trained as a vascular surgeon specializing in procedures involving blood vessels, including amputations. Yeah. He worked at the Royal Cornwall Hospital NHS Trust from 2013 until his arrest in March of 2023. Prior to that, he trained in general surgery at the Royal Gwent Hospital in Newport, Wales, and reportedly worked in Bangor. As a consultant at Royal Cornwall Hospital, he performed surgeries on patients, including amputations, which later raised concerns among former patients about potentially unnecessary procedures. Did he do this to other people? Did he say, hey, you might need to pop the old limbs off? Because, yeah. Hopper described himself in media interviews as a dedicated professional who returned to work quickly after his own amputation using prosthetic legs. He was suspended from medical practice in March of 2023 and from the medical register in December of 2023 following the revelations that he did this to himself. Despite the charges being unrelated to his professional conduct, some ex-patients have sought legal advice, fearing they may have been subjected to treatments influenced by his personal, secret, interests. What do you guys think? Let me know. But do you think that he maybe did this to other people because this was his thing? Literally, this is the thing that like revs his engine, guys. He gets excited when it comes to amputations. This is his thing. Doctor, my finger hurts. We'll have to amputate at the wrist. God help me, dude. I mean, I don't know if anybody out there has ever been presented with the possibility of amputation. I have. So, 2016, Thanksgiving Day, 2016, I get taken into the hospital in Clear Lake, St. John's Medical. And I am told that they see a cloud in my leg. It's because my leg hurt. It felt like a bee sting originally, and it got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So I'm in the hospital. They say there's like, they scanned my leg, x-rayed, all that shit. And they said there's a cloud and that it is most likely necrotic tissue, and not to be surprised if I wake up and my leg's gone. They said that they had to do surgery right then and there. Literally hours after I was admitted to the hospital, I'm getting wheeled into surgery because if they don't, this could kill me. And the doctor's like, listen, I'm just being honest with you. This is what's going to happen. We're going to go in. We're going to see what's all the damage, but it is a possibility you might wake up without a leg. I am at that point, obviously, like, I don't want to lose my leg. And I literally turned to my dad because I was in Houston for Thanksgiving. And I said, if they take my leg, I don't want to wake up. And that hurt him. I was everywhere. I just said, I don't want to lose my leg. I don't. Yeah, for as long as possible. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you so very much. Right? Apparently, I bet his wife's name is Peg. Claude, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Yeah. On a personal level, Hopper suffered from body dysphoria since childhood, viewing his feet as an unwelcome extra that caused persistent discomfort. This condition, along with his excitedness at the idea of hacking off a limb, because there's nothing that really revs your engine like getting something amputated off your body, contributed to his action. So he deliberately injures his leg to necessitate amputation. And on April 14th, he purchased 20 kilograms of dry ice and went to work. Hopper's primary motivation was getting his engine revving and amputation and body modification. described as a long-standing obsession and ambition. This is what he said. So this revving of the engine involved arousal from the idea of amputation, though Hopper also framed it as body dysphoria. Investigations revealed he exchanged over 5,000 messages and emails with Marius Gustafsson, the operator of Eunuch Maker. Okay, guys, get ready, because this is like effing diabolical. Eunuch Maker, a platform for extreme modifications, including snippity snip snip and amputations. Hopper sought advice from Gustafsson on using dry ice for self-amputation and purchased 3 extreme videos from the site, costing £10 and £35 each, depicting men willingly undergoing snippity snip snip. These videos were classified as involving an exceptionally high level of harm. Yeah, no shit. No shit. Really? Really? That's really self-harm? Wait a minute. Extreme. These videos have been classified as causing. Yeah, they're snipping. Okay, and we're not just talking about like going in and snipping a vein. We're just cutting the junk off. We're going to cut the junk off and we're going to call it good. And you're willingly going through this. So you've got some dommy mommy or some fembot that's like, you know what? You're going to get your junk snipped off. Okay. Because that's the reality apparently we live in today, where someone's like, my dommy mommy, and does whatever she says. This is why people go off on all kinds of stupid crap. Okay? Because of people like this that get their rocks off doing stuff like that. And the guy just goes along with it. The guy just goes along with it. How do you even approach that conversation of, hey, honey, I want to do something really nice for you tonight. Oh, what's that, dear? I'm going to cut my junk off to show my love to you. Who thinks that's normal? Does anybody think that's normal? Does anybody think that's like, oh, this is a healthy relationship? Bob, I'm in one of the most healthiest relationships I've ever been in. Ever. You know what I'm going to do next week? I'm going to chop my junk off to prove my love. Fembots with machine gun jubblies? Yes, because why not? Better call Saul. So, I've never been more happy for normal sexual proclivity, because this shit is wild. You're telling me, I could not believe this. The more I looked into this, the more I said, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. And no. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. That's what I'm talking about. I'll do anything with love, but I won't do that. Who would do that? Who would do that? What do you think you are, Arnold Schwarzenegger? Coming in swinging a sword? Mark says, I'm all for reopening mental institutions. The past 10 years have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt we need them to help people like this. Yes, absolutely. There's all kinds of crazy, weird people out there. People with the weird stuff. People that are controlling. People, if the coup did anything, it opened people's eyes to the fact that there are some crazy ass people out there that will do absolutely insane shit. Why? Because they had a lot of time on their hands and they had nothing else to do besides let people see the crazy bullshit they get up to. Das Wolfen! Good morning, my friend. It's good to see you. How are you doing? Guy had his Little Johnson removed because his girlfriend was an oppressed feminist. Yes. She dumped him and found a man with his rod intact. God, guys, what are you doing? You know what? There's something to be said about feminists and their machine gun jubblies. There's a whole nother thing to be said about the guys who willingly have their tongue out and will do anything these women say, because that's what makes that just I'm no. What are you saying, Loki? If Eris, suddenly went off the left end, you wouldn't, no. She can go off the left end all she wants to. Not that she would, but no, I can't take that trip with her. Sorry. I can't put up with it. And especially not at 45. No. Exactly. It's not, no. It's not. Okay. So 5,000 message and emails with Marius Gustafsson, the operator of Snippety Snip Snip website, right? Gustafsson was sentenced to life imprisonment in 2024 for running this network of online snippety snip snips, and Hopper's connection to it exposed his activities. How did it do that? Well, we're going to tell you. And money also played a role, as he messaged a friend about milking the insurance claims for everything it's worth. He comes out with a video and he's like, well, this is why I pay my taxes. So at first I was like, I don't know, maybe, will the money really help? And then he said, you know what? I pay my taxes. This is what I pay my taxes for. So I'm going to get that $500,000. Now, some people reported it as 7, but I checked, double checked, triple checked, looked everywhere. The total amount was $466,000, or 466,653 pounds is what he got. A couple of people have said he made over 7,000. That's horseshit. So how does a surgeon go from this to YouTube? Well, I'm going to tell you, because that's one of the more interesting things here. So he actively sought public attention post-amputation. You see, ladies and gentlemen, he started to love the media spotlight. He appeared on BBC Breakfast News in 2020. And in 2023, BBC interviewed discussing his recovery and return to work. He was also featured in a documentary on S4C, which was a Welsh language channel, and was shortlisted in the European Space Agency's search for a disabled astronaut in 2021. The fucking fuckers were going to make him an astronaut. He was on the short list to become the UK's first handicapped astronaut. His YouTube channel, Neil Hopper, focused on documenting his life as a double below knee amputee. Launched in November of 2019, it featured motivational and personal videos with modest view counts. Notable videos include introduction, vascular surgeon because double amputee, a year without feet. He certainly got by the fear part of chopping his own footsies off. Double below knee amputation versus countryside walk, amputee on blades, Mark II, all terrain amputee, double below knee amputee. First run on Autobach Challenger, celebrates running 4K on prosthetic legs. How I coped with losing my legs. The channel's themes revolved around adaptation, fitness, running, walking on prosthetics, and positivity in the face of disability, portraying Hopper, Jim Hopper, Neil Hopper, as an inspirational figure. Subscriber count wasn't detailed from what I could find, but the channel appears niche with medium engagement. No new uploads have been noted after 2020. Legal proceedings and charges. Hopper was arrested in March of 2023 when he was initially accused of fraud in a BMJ report around July 2025 at Truro Crown Court. He pleaded guilty to 2 counts of fraud by false representation under the Fraud Act of 2006 and 3 counts of possessing snippy videos and images under the Criminal Justice and Immigration Act of 2008. The snippy photos and video charges involve videos of high harm body snippy with no children. This was not about kids. This was about getting his rocks off on, do his legs have an extension setting? That'd be good to know. Blow knee is baloney. Claude. Let's see. On September 4th, Judge James Adkins sentenced Hopper to 32 months, 2 years and 8 months in prison. The judge noted Hopper's lack of prior convictions and remorse, but highlighted the severity of the offenses. Additional penalties include a 10-year self-harm prevention order and proceeds of crime investigation under the Proceeds of Crime Act to recover the fraudulent funds. He's lost his job. He's lost his house. He's lost his car. He has nothing, which led to Hopper losing his home. His wife is in the middle of divorce proceedings, and the case has shocked his friends and colleagues. The Royal Cornwall Hospital's trust confirmed no evidence of patient risk from his professional work, but legal firms are assisting former patients with claims. The case has sparked discussions on medical ethics, body integrity disorders, and the dangers of extreme online communities. If anyone ever talks any shit about Valhalla, I'm going to refer them here and be like, if you think anything's wild here, you haven't seen shit. We are a group of people that care about each other, that look out for each other, that stand up for each other, not this weird shit. I don't want anybody to hurt themselves, ever. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're my worst enemy. No self-harm, please. So I don't care who you are. What's up? What's up, DJ Ronnie G in the house? How are you doing, brother? Thanks for hosting. Yeah, thank you for being here, man. This mofo should have joined the military and voluntarily stepped on an IED. I might have bit respect for him showing some bravery for wanting to get rid of his legs. God help me, dude. I mean, it's nuts. So, let's see here. I know I got some more. This is from when he was arrested. Yeah, he looks happy. He looks really happy. The craziest part about this is listening to him. If you want to pull up a video, just look up Hopper. You know, look him up. Nick Hopper, Neil Hopper, Jim Hopper. It's Neil. And look at some of the stuff he said. Look at the talk about the insurance money and what he said about the insurance money. Oh, well, you know, I wasn't going to at first, but then I thought, you know, this is why I pay my taxes. So why not? What did he do with his money? He bought a hot tub for outside of his house, which is now not his house, not his hot tub. He bought a wood burning stove for himself. He did multiple redos of parts of his house. Ironic, his name is Neil. Oh yeah. Stubby is what he's known as by his friends. They always called him Stubby. He remodeled his house. He bought a wood stove. He bought a new car. But if Loki, if he's got, well, you can still drive because you've got, prosthetics. Feet were an unwelcome extra. After the amputations, he went back at work in just under 6 months with prosthetic legs. He had been committed to working to serve the service of others. The whole saga is very difficult to comprehend because this was such a nice guy. This is him smiling. He's just like, hey, everybody, I'm in such a happy mood because he got rid of them. He got rid of them and was going to get a whole bunch of money. And he was getting so much attention. He was going on the BBC. This was in the UK. This was in the UK. Yes. Some fava beans and a nice warm Chianti. Clarice. Hello, Clarice. We have some fava beans. Yeah, let Lecter go after this guy. 22 years at Old Bailey for this. And he's going to get torn up in prison because, yeah. Hopper did not regret the operation, but bitterly regrets the dishonesty about their cause. I'm sure he does. He's bitter that he got caught. Hopper had been totally overwhelmed by support from friends and family, which made it even more difficult to tell them what had really happened. Remember, he's got a wife and he has children, and he literally played sick to stay home and do this while they went to see family. Okay? So your wife, you have a family outing planned to go stay with family for a couple of days. And you're like, babe, I'm really not feeling well. I'm kind of down. My legs hurt a little bit. I don't think I'm going to go. But go. Take the kids. They really want to see the family. Go take the kids. They really want to. I want you to go. She goes, right? She doesn't hear from you for 24 hours. She calls. Hello, honey. How are you? And he's like Tasmanian devil. And she's like, oh no, he was sick when I left. I'd better call the police. Boop, 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 or whatever the hell they do in the UK, because it's 911 here. Who knows what the hell it is over there? Oh no, hello? My husband was ill and we went to see family. Can you please go by and check on him and see if he's okay? I called and he's not making any sense. So they call. Yes, sir. Hello, please open up. And he won't open the door. They do the UK thing and cut the whole fucking door down because, we can't go in a window or any dumb shit like that. We've got to cut the whole damn door down. They go in, hello, is anyone here? Scotland Yard, right? And they go in and they're like, oh no, look, the man is laying there and his legs look screwed up. We better get him an ambulance. So they call, hello, ambulance dispatch. This is Officer blah, 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 Bonnie Fife. I need you to come to blah, 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 and pick up a man who looks like his legs are dying. They have green stuff coming out of them. Hurry. And he never told them, I'm gonna dunk my legs in dry ice and then act like I need to have them amputated because they annoy me and I get off on the thought. He had beans and toast before taking him to the hospital. That's right. And the whole drive to the hospital, he's like, take me to Iceland, boys. I want to go to Iceland. Only he had said something rude on Facebook, they'd get there before it happened. I know, Putin's cat. I know. Believe me, it's nuts. And I've got the receipts. Shock and grave concern. Assistant Chief Constable Jim Pierce said after the case that Devon and Cornwall police had worked closely with the trust and none of the criminal charges related to Hopper's professional conduct with no risk to patients he treated in his work at the hospital identified during the current police investigation. What did they do? What exactly did they do? Did they go to door? Hello, we heard you had an amputation. Can you tell us exactly how it happened and whether you liked the man that amputated your wrist for your hangnail? We understand you had a hangnail and you had to have your hand amputated for it. Do you think that maybe the doctor went a little too far? Oh no. You see, I was on my way to Iceland and I realized that I had a hangnail. And I went in to see the doctor, and the doctor said, oh no, we're going to have to lop it off at the wrist. We're going to have to get rid of it. And I said, okay, well, if that's the way it's got to be, that's the way it's got to be. Because, he's a doctor and I'm not. And then we came back, and after he found out, and he said, oh no, I think maybe some foul play here, boys. I had a hangnail and he chopped off my whole damn hand. And we said, oh, no, you already said, you already told us this is the UK and we don't give a fuck about anything, you really have to say. But we do have it on record. You saying you didn't think that it was intentional and you really liked the guy. But that was before I found out that he was an absolute freak who cut off his own legs. No. You see right here on page 19 of the police report, you agreed not to do anything about this to save the integrity of socialist medicine. You see right here, page 19, UK law, right here. You signed it, mate. You dated it right here. You get nothing. I wouldn't trust those fucks with shit. Mike Bird, partner at Edible Law, said the case had caused shocking grave concern among his former patients. Some have had life-changing surgery and are now worried if it was not really needed. Oh, wow. You're just figuring that out now. While we understand that RCHC have said that the charges do not relate to his professional conduct, and there is apparently no evidence suggesting any risk to patients, this is such a serious situation that there must be rigorous public investigation. No shit. The Crown Prosecution Service said it would be making an application under the Proceeds of Crime Act 2022 to recover the money that Hopper acquired through fraud. So what does that mean? That means he lost his house, he lost his car, he lost his job. When and if he gets out of jail, he will have nothing. He won't have a wife. I guarantee you his kids will be old enough by then that they're like, nope. And he won't have any property. What's you gonna do? You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna live off the government because they'll get out and go right on government funding because they'll pay him because he doesn't have anything. Claude, this episode goes into the pile of Loki's greatest hits. God help me, dude. I would have never believed this. I'd have never believed it. I didn't believe it when I started reading it. I said, nah, this is some April Fool's shit, right? This has got to be. It's got to be some April Fool's shit. This can't really be real. They didn't do this. Did they? There he is. There he is with his leg extensions. There he is. He's like, look, chaps, legs. I hated them. I hated them when they were real. And now I've got fake ones. Look at that fucking shit-eating grin. I'm so happy now. I'm so happy without my legs. Do you know what our service guys did when they came back? Just think about Lieutenant Dan for a minute and what they would have given for one more day. Just one more day. Give me one more day with my legs. And he just lopped him off. He just lopped him off. Weird shit. God help me. Jason Abbott, 38, from Hale, whose foot was amputated by Hopper in November 2022 after painful arthritis in his ankle, said he had no concerns about his care. He was great, very supportive of the situation. He gave me loads of information about it and told me to have a really good think about it, and I did. He said he felt shocked that Hopper had been convicted. I never thought he would do anything like that, he said. Yeah, I know. It's always the quiet ones, right? Hopper also worked at Royal Gwent Hospital in Newport, Wales for a period of training in general surgery in 2011. Bevan University Health Board has confirmed in an interview with the BBC in 2023. He also said he had worked in Swansea and Bangor. The relevant health boards have been asked to confirm. I'm just, how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do that to yourself? How? Well, Loki, it's all about the proclivity and the body dysmorphia. He's got magic legs. Not anymore. His real ones, he froze them in dry ice and ice. He put them in dry ice and ice. I want to start like, you know when you get so cold, you're like shivering, you're like, and your bottom, I get the shivers just saying that. Dry ice and ice for 8 hours. Dry ice and ice for 8 hours. Your feet, of all things. No, absolutely not. Absolutely freaking not. My name is Jim Hopper. Won't be doing much hopping without your legs, governor. Oh, I like that. I like that. The world has reached peak crazy. Let's get your ass to Mars and use the Brubaker ID at the front desk. I'm speechless that he's legless. That's why I made an IED comment. There's a lot of vets that have lost their legs in service to their country. And this mofo, Jeeves, bro, I'm right there with you. I am right there with you. How many people have lost a limb? How many people have been scared? How many people have freaked out? How many people have woken up for that and be like, I can't. I can't. They wake up after something happens. They've got no memory of what happened. They're in a wreck. They're in an explosion. They IED. Something chopped it off. Whatever. And they wake up in the hospital and they just have to accept the fact that one of your limbs is gone. And you're never going to get it back, no matter how bad you want to, no matter how bad you dream, you can't get it back. And this fool did it on purpose. And then made a killing. Oh, I'm gonna get a hot tub. I'm gonna get a new car. I'm gonna have my house remodeled. I'm gonna get a wood burning stove because I've always wanted one. No. See, I did this when I played football, and I hated that because I'd start shivering so bad that I'd literally like the damn thing would be shaking because I had to get out. There was just no ifs, ands, or buts. It's even worse when you have blood flow issues. It's even worse. G'day, mate. Yeah. Top of the morning to you, champ. I guess he was stumped. Stumping for stumps is strange agent territory. We have talked about so much stuff on the show. And yet, I still find people that do incredibly stupid things for money, for fame, to get off. To get their rocks off. Who goes down and has their junk chopped off to get their rocks off? This is what, people can say whatever they want to. They can say whatever they want about people's things, the things that they get into, whatever. There's a limit to what you do outside and what you think about. You can think about whatever the hell you want. If this is what gets your rocks off, this is what gets your rocks off. But acceptable society is not, there's no reason for this. Okay? I get the body modification thing. Civilization's been doing that for a long time. The Aztecs did it. Africa did it. The jungle bunnies did it. You've got like the ears going down to your chin, all kinds of weird shit. Okay? All kinds of weird shit that people have done for centuries. but you don't see them chopping their for fun. For fun. Now I understand the English and the French back in the Dark Ages. They did some really weird crap, and a lot of there's a lot of stuff that's still. You're like, who wants to get their skin flayed or whipped for an hour? No, thank you. I'm sorry, guys. No. Find better uses of your time. But he felt like everything below the knee is annoying. Get rid of it. So if he was really serious about this, why not just have them do it? This is what I want to ask. You want this done. Why not just have them do it? Because you think your career's going to be over? It is over. This is your police photo. You're done. You're in jail. You're not getting out for 20 years. I'm never going to dance again. Thank you, Snowed Up. Good morning, my friend. Just have them do it. Just talk to somebody. Talk to somebody and go, listen, I really want this. My feet hurt. I can't stand it. Just talk to somebody. That's what you do with people. That was your job. People are rightly worried that I got talked in to signing the paper for my amputation by someone who got off on amputation. He ran a 4K, couldn't quite make it 5. Yeah. And he said he felt better. Felt better than he ever had. He said as soon as the knees came off, he felt better than he'd ever had. How do you lie to your wife? In fact, how did she not find out? I mean, could you imagine? Okay, darling, tonight we are going to get a little rough and tumbly. We're gonna get sheets and we're gonna have some fun. You know, the horizontal mumbo, the flogging the dolphin, whatever it is. We're gonna have some fun tonight, darling. Right? You get in the bed and you're like, oh yeah, that's it, right there. Do it like you're cutting my leg off. Excuse me. Nothing. How did she not find out? Oh yeah. Act like you're sawing my foot off. Yeah, that's it. Who doesn't know that? Who doesn't know that? So he kept this secret from his wife. No wonder she's like, not only are you crazy, but you kept this a secret from me this whole time. That every time we were, you were thinking about amputations. You were thinking about, what? You know what I was thinking about, darling? Oh, what were you thinking about, darling? I was thinking about that time we went to Bangor, and you were banging me in that hotel room, and it was all naughty, and the neighbors were banging on the walls, telling us to be quiet. Oh, I felt so naughty, right? What were you thinking about, darling? Oh, I was thinking about the amputation I did last week. You were what? Yeah, the amputation I was doing last week. That's what I was thinking about. You know the one I told you about the guy who came in with a hangnail and we had to take him off the wrist. Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking about. That's what was on my mind. Sorry, darling. Work and all. How do you pull my hair, darling? Chop off my foot, baby. Call me Kunta Kinte. How do you do that? Talking about amputating the mood. How do you not know? But then again, there's all kinds of crazy stuff that people talk about all the time, right? I know a chick who found out that her boyfriend was getting the tumbly umbly from behind by another guy. So, oh no, there's all kinds of crazy shit that you hear about. But this is nuts. This is nuts. Okay? This puts things in a whole different perspective of what you find attractive and what not. You know, I mean, you know that meme where the dude's walking by and he's like looking back at the chick and his girlfriend's like, "What the fuck, dude?" Oh, imagine that he's like, "Oh yeah, look at that. Look at those amputated knees right there. Nothing gets me happier than the amputation." And your girlfriend being like, "What the fuck?" It's like when you hear about people wanting to sleep with dwarves. Shit. Oh, Loki, you can't say that word anymore. Sure I can. Jedi Master, Lost in Space and Sci-Fi Classics. What is up, brother? He says, "Good morning, I overslept, Loki. Skull, have a great day." Skull to you, brother. This has been the craziest YouTube talk I think we've done in a long, long time. This guy's nuts. If you're just catching up with us now, go back and check it out because holy shit, this is one banger of a story. It's got stubs all over it. In fact, that's what they're going to call him in prison, Stubbs. It's already come out that that's his prison nickname is Stubbs. Thank you so much, Jedi Master. This one's just for you, brother. Long live the fighters. Go!
Long live the fighters!
And it's too bad his wife didn't have a robot. It could have been like, "Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, danger." God help me, man. Okay. So, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out. You all rock. You absolutely do. I love, knucking butts. Yeah, totally. What's wrong with doors, man? No, sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't date someone that small. It's not happening. I think the shortest girl I'd ever dated was like 5'3", and that was too small. I was just like, I'm a foot taller than you. Hello. That's why me and Eris get along so well. It's because she's a tall girl. Under my stubs, the girl. The moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. That's my stumps. Da-na-na-na-na. If Hoppa plays his cards right, he can run his subblock, walking around wearing his bitches like slippers. Yeah, but to do that, he's got to run the commissary. So he's got to have the. Never look Eris in the eye. Oh, Mark has. Oh yeah, what's up, Stig? Good morning. Hope you are well too, my friend. I hope you're doing well, brother. It's good to see you. Shortest I dated was 5'1", 100 pounds, D-cup. Dude, Happer weights in her tits. Happer weights her tits. I just can't. I had a friend that dated some chick that was like 4'10" or some shit. I was just like, dude, she's hot. I'm like, okay, all right, not for me. I need tall. Short. No. 5'3" was the smallest, and yeah. Loki, what do you call a white man with big D? Me. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I don't think Eris is scary. That's because she likes you. That's because she likes you. She loves you, Dave Bob. Michael Jackson. You're welcome. We're getting out of here. Guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend and animal. Have a great Wednesday. Have a great hump day. Catch up with Machini, who I believe is already live. Catch up with Snowdub, who should be live later today. Always keep your eye open for who's going live. Culture Casino should be going live here in like 45 minutes. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak for an end. Let's get that weirdo off the screen because we're done with this. Always get receipts, people. Always keep your receipts. That way you can be like, boom, I'm not kidding. This shit actually happened. Always keep your receipts. Happy hump day. Have a great one. Take care, everybody. I'm getting out of here. If I can find the damn button. Button. Who's got the button?
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.